What is up, everybody, and good morning to the Wolfpack.
Hey, how you doing? Austin here. We're going to talk about Saitama. We're going to talk about the fact that...
Hey, what's happening, everybody? So, Saitama Wolfpack, I just want to come on here and let you guys know that...
What's happening, Wolfpack? Ryan Patrick here.
What is going on, Shiba Army and Saitama Wolfpack? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all.
What's up, YouTube? I had to make this video real quick because Saitama is going to be listed on another top 5 exchange.
Wolfpack, stand up!
What the heck happened? And how did a project go from a $7 billion market cap size all the way down to $30 million today? Overpromising, under-delivering, scandals, rug pulls, all of the above. But it's not that simple. Now, the core developer team for this project stepped out, and now they're moving into an advisory role now. But in my opinion, they're done with the project. They made their millions, they're washing their hands, and they're moving on to the next. So let's rewind to 2021. 2021 was the best year for cryptocurrency so far. Bitcoin peaked at $69,000, and it just seemed that everyone was on the cryptocurrency train. Big names like Kevin O'Leary, sharks like Mark Cuban, and even people like Elon Musk, one of the greatest minds of our time, was all in on crypto. But there was another, more interesting side of cryptocurrency that we're all familiar with.
Now, what is Dogecoin?
Well, it actually started as a joke based on an internet meme.
Meme coins, baby! You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Doge, Shib, Floki, SafeMoon, and the list goes on and on and on. In the middle of all this crazy meme coin madness, there's one that really stood out to a lot of us. And that is, of course, Saitama-Inu. Championed by the blue shirt bandit himself, none other than the crypto expert, Russell Armand.
Now welcome Russell. Russell, say hi to your Saitama family.
Hey, what's up, Saitama family and Leo and everybody? Thanks for having me.
But before we get into Russell Armand and the developers of Saitama, where did Saitama actually even come from? Now, obviously, Saitama-Inu is a play on Shiba Inu, and Inu meme coins were kind of the craze, during 2021. The name came from a Japanese anime named One Punch Man, where the main character's name is Saitama, and there's a character in the show called Watchdog Man who looks like Saitama-Inu's logo. So what made Saitama-Inu so special? After all, there were hundreds, if not thousands, of Inu meme coins. Well, Saitama-Inu didn't always start off so special. In fact, it was one of many meme coins created by the same person. I want to give a quick shout out to Skywalker, who put this 60-page document together for us. He's sort of like a blockchain detective, a mini Zach XBT, if you will. So if you could, just please show him love over on X, and please donate to his Ethereum address in the description down below. So Saitama was launched on May 30th, 2021 with an initial supply of 100 quadrillion tokens. 47 were burned, 46 were added to Uniswap, and 5.76 were reserved as team tokens, but they never ever disclosed that. In fact, they said it was a fair launch. Now, the developer team has pretty much remained the same, with the exception of a few people that kind of came and left. So we have Russell Armand, we have Gabriel Homrich, we have Haroom Moshini, Manpreet Singh, Maxwell Hernandez, Namtran Tran, Steve O, and of course V. Now, Steve is Steve I Rocket Crypto. We'll touch on that a little bit later on in this video, but V was only with the project for about a month. She ended up leaving with another project called Robo Inu, and she later spoke out against Saitama. Now, little do people know that Saitama-Inu was actually one of many shitcoins that were launched by the same person, and those other tokens eventually rugged, but Saitama was the one that made it out. Now, SafeMoon was the original cryptocurrency project that inspired Saitama. Similar tokenomics, but different blockchain. Remember Reflections? You remember Reflections. Yes, SafeMoon had Reflections first. In fact, Saitama went on to mimic their swap, their wallet, their card, and at one point they did want to make a cold storage wallet. Now, we all know how SafeMoon turned out, except their market cap is actually a little higher than Saitama's these days. Now, at the time, SafeMoon was actually larger than life.
The answer is SafeMoon. SafeMoon is now in the Dave Portnoy business and vice versa. Why? I don't know fucking why. It could be a Ponzi scheme.
Everyone and their mom were talking about SafeMoon, so, naturally this would inspire other people to make similar cryptocurrencies to kind of ride off some of the same success. So the person who created Saitama and many of the other shitcoins we're going to go over here, it seemed that they were inspired by SafeMoon because they were big investors in Elong or Elong Finance. And because the blockchain doesn't lie, that investor was the creator of Kwai Inu, Tesla Inu, Flamethrower, Pussy PayPal, Success Inu, Tesla, Naughty Inu, OK Inu, and of course our favorite here, Saitama-Inu. Now, as you can see, all these projects were created around the same time. Liquidity was added around similar times, but obviously Saitama-Inu was the only one that kind of made it out, and the rest of these ended up being, you know, same old rug pull scams, exit liquidity, you know the story. Now, when you make a shitcoin, you gotta make a website for it, and as you can see, these websites all come from the same place, further adding to the point that these were all created from the same person, which was in Australia, Queensland, Brisbane. And you can see they're all from the same place, even our favorite here, Saitama-Inu. Now, obviously, none of the Saitama developers have an Australian accent, but a lot of people were wondering who actually held the keys to this project. We didn't really know at first. It was kind of like murky waters, but when Saitama ended up moving from their V1 to their V2 contract, we had an AMA with the original guy. The history on how Saitama started has really changed several times, and Russell Armand said that the contract was created by a group of developers. At one point, he mentioned 3 that were from Australia that just created the contract and abandoned the project, so he took it over with other members of the community and invested in the project, and it became a community token. Now, if you're familiar with this story, you understand the lore, because Russ has said that several times that he nor anybody else on the team had control over the deployer, and all the expenses were paid for out of pocket by the team. They were successful businessmen before this, they had millions of dollars, yada yada yada. That's what they told us.
So if you could just give us a few, words about who is Russ.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been in business for quite some time and done, a lot of different things, worn a lot of different hats. And in my experience, it's not really about credentials, right? Credentials don't really make you an expert in the field. You can, be a doctor of something and not know everything, right? It's about experience in the industry. Upon separating from the military, I extended my, education bit through the business entity. As you had mentioned earlier, had a subsidiary with Berkshire Hathaway as a 3PL. I've ran some nonprofits. I've done a lot in investing, real estate, stocks, bonds of that nature.
Now, Russell Armand has done a ton of these interviews on YouTube where he talks about his past. He talks about serving in the military, which is true, but then he also talks about being rich before cryptocurrency. And this is some sort of new challenge for him. He talks about being a successful business owner, Berkshire Hathaway subsidiaries. He talks about real estate investing, stock market investing, and they really put off this kind of vibe that they were rich before Saitama. So they would never do this as a get-rich-quick scheme. This was just a new challenge, and everybody bought this. But someone very, very close to Russ kind of called him out on this whole idea of him being some rich man before crypto during a Twitter live space. And that person is none other than his ex-wife, the person he spent years with. And she had this to say about his past.
Is done, and honestly, I was with Russell when he had nothing. Okay, I met him in Kodiak, Alaska, where I'm originally from. We got married there in 2012. We have been married and together for a total of 12 years. We have a 10-year-old child together, along with 2 older sons of mine that are not his. He was a federal firefighter. He was unemployed for over a year because when we lived in Savannah, Georgia, and he worked for the logistics company there, he ran that company into the ground, I assure you. He put us $190,000 in debt because he never reported the income to the IRS and never paid taxes. We had lost everything and had to sell everything that we owned because he lost his job because of that, and we had to move back to Alaska. When we moved back to Alaska from Georgia, I had to move in back with my father because he was unemployed and we were homeless. When I was living with my father for 3 months, Russ was overseas in a contracting firefighter job in Saudi Arabia. And when he was over there, he ended up getting fired from that job because he was making alcohol with his roommate. This is all public information. All you people have to do is do your research, okay? In Alaska, he almost got arrested and went to federal prison because he forged a signature for opioids, okay? There is a paper trail and history of drug abuse with this man.
Now, the woman speaking, she wasn't like anonymous. Like, we knew exactly who she was. Russ took tons of pictures with her, and we knew her as Russ's wife. But obviously, they had a falling out. He broke up with her. He started dating her friend, and then she decided to kind of air out all his dirty laundry. Now, Russ did get on a Twitter live space after this and refute some of these claims, but a lot of this just seems true. If you look how Russ looked back then and how he looks like today with the jewelry and how he looks in general, it seems like a major glow up. Someone who was poor and now is extremely wealthy because of Saitama. There is literally boatloads of information and evidence on Facebook that supports the idea that they were not rich before Saitama. You have family members flabbergasted at how fast their wealth was increasing. They were buying new houses, buying new cars. I mean, you could see right here, Christina Christina posted, Mama's new whip, 2022 Chevy Tahoe High Country fully loaded. And then look at her friend's reactions. She says, is Russell Armand a drug lord? That's a bad whip. I'm looking forward to riding it when Lena and I make a trip out to see you guys. Congratulations, girl. Then Christina goes, crypto. Then her friend continues, crypto? Oh, I've heard of that. Good for you guys. I'm happy y'all are doing good. Put God first and all else will multiply. Love y'all. And of course, you can see right here, this is when they were going to buy this new house. I mean, look at all this land they got for this house that was supposed to happen, but obviously never happened because they broke up. But look at that thing. Now, at one point, Russ's wife was in on the live with him, and we all know about the famous Lamborghini incident. By the way, what the heck is our obsession with Lamborghinis here in crypto? What the heck? Where Russ showed on his personal Facebook, which I won't show right here, when he first purchased the Lamborghini. And of course, this was in the middle of the huge Saitama pump. People were asking about it, and his wife goes on Twitter and says he doesn't even own a Lamborghini.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, there was always a bunch of he said, she said when it came to whether or not the team was selling tokens or not. They said they weren't. They said they were paying for everything out of pocket because they were rich before, but a lot of people noticed on the blockchain that top wallets were selling out of Saitama to pay for things that may be related or not related to Saitama. I mean, look at the contradiction in this video.
It's like I own plenty of properties and everything I have is paid for. So in reference to how that relates to Saitama, as you guys know, we don't have a marketing wall, so everything that we do is funded out of pocket, right? So the EFC sponsorship, 7 figures out of pocket. And that doesn't mean we sell Saitama to pay for it. No, we don't want to hurt the charts because we're holders like you guys are.
That's where it comes from. It comes from our wallets, right? So we send it to them. And if we do need to sell some Saitama tokens to pay for something, of course we'll sell them on Uniswap, but very respectively. But it's not so we can cash them out and tell everybody to buy the dip. No, if we do need to swap some tokens, it's to pay for something, for marketing, for sub-services, Saitamask. We're trying to, build a business, and it takes money to make money. It always does. We don't have a marketing wallet, so those funds got to come from somewhere.
Now, if that sounds like a huge contradiction, well, your mind's not playing tricks on you. That's because it is a huge contradiction. Now, we were all told that this was a fair launch, that no one got airdropped any tokens, everyone bought into the project. We're all millionaires, so why the heck do we even need to make money off this project? Well, remember that 5.76 reserved quadrillion tokens? Yeah, well, those were sold for millions and millions of dollars. They were sent to centralized exchanges and washed through many other wallets. Now, I know it's Etherscan. It's hard to tell whose is who, but some of these guys actually made a mistake. Check it out. Now, one day, Russell Armand was doing a giveaway to this person called Saitama Raven. They won 2 billion tokens, and you can see the transaction was sent right here. You can see it was sent to this person, and you can see the amount of Saitama. Well, it looks like Skywalker is able to track that and see, oh, this wallet sent that 200 billion tokens. You can see right here it's 196, but that's because of the 2% transfer fee. So that's how we got Saitama Guru's wallet, because of a giveaway. Now, we were able to get Mr. Nam Tram's wallet because he made a post saying, doesn't matter how hard people are pushing our price down, I am buying dips and we will rise again. After Certic and keep our words, don't know what that says we are strong, Wolfpack. So he posted all his transactions showing that he's buying the dips. And of course, on Etherscan, you can see the exact same transactions happening consecutively. So that's how we have Namtran's wallet. And we also found Max's wallet because there was another giveaway where this person named Lal won some Saitama 5 billion tokens, which is still nice. A giveaway is nice, right? And Max says, hey man, I'm matching your 500 billion to this person. And then you can see over here, well, you can see the actual transactions. You know what I mean? This is the person's wallet they received the funds for, and you can see that they did donate to this person's wallet. So that's how we have Russ's and Max's wallet now. So how did we get Gabriel's wallet? Well, there was a meme coin listing contest by the centralized exchange OKX. And what they do is they put feelers out there to the community, and they say, hey, whichever meme token community gets the most deposits on our exchange, we will actually list them. And Saitama was part of this contest. And Gabriel says, hey, I did my part, OKX. Thanks for considering the listing. So he went ahead and blacked out some things, but not good enough because you could still see the digits. And it looks like on that day, that same day they had the contest, only one transfer with those digits matched, which was this wallet right here. So it's 100% match. Now, this one's pretty hilarious. So we have MK now. So what happened was they put out their use case in Saitama-Inu and they were showing how cheap the swap fees were, which if you're familiar with this space, it's not much cheap. It's not even cheaper than Uniswap. They were just saying that. But he showed how much his swap was, which is $15.58. And look at the days match up, the times match up, the ether spent, the transaction fee, the GUI, all that good stuff matches. And when he was called out for this on Twitter by Skywalker, he ended up deleting those tweets. So we were able to link his wallet by his own stupidity. Yeah, I hope you see a trend here. Now, how did we find Aaron's wallet? Well, he made a post on Twitter saying, have faith and trust the Saitama project. Every dip I buy more and support our token. Please know when we moon again soon, you don't want to FOMO. Okay, whatever that means. But he showed how many, Saitama tokens he was buying in different consecutive transactions. And if you look on Etherscan, you can see the same consecutive transactions in a row, which makes this his wallet. I mean, it's pretty obvious in this case. Am I saying it's abnormal for a CEO or people involved with a project to sell shares of their company? No, it's not really abnormal, but it is abnormal to do so when you've been telling the community that you have been doing that you were all rich before this and paying for everything out of pocket, when the actual main use case of your project wasn't even out yet or wasn't even close to being out yet, and then flip-flopping and saying, oh, no, we're actually selling Saitama tokens to pay for things after the fact you guys were pretty much found out. I'll let you be the judge of that. But if there's one thing for sure is that the quality of life for these developers has increased significantly. All the while they were supposed to be creating a revolutionary project that really hasn't added much to the DeFi space. And now they're walking away from this project as advisors with millions of dollars. And really, Saitama-Inu isn't all that special. But hey, if this video gets enough likes, subscribers, and views, I'll go ahead and make a part 2 on the glory of the Saitama-Inu launch and everything running up and after the whole fiasco. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the part 2. Peace.